Hi, this is JoJo with the Hookup Baits Podcast, and we have a very special guest today. We have David Chavez, a.k.a. Sanchez.
All right.
Why don't we start by telling our listeners where you grew up and what is your career today?
So, yeah, I grew up in South San Diego, just around the 805 area. And what I typically do around myself is I'm in logistics, to make it simply, for the Department of Defense.
Wow. And how long have you been doing that?
About 14 years now. So I'm not going anywhere, I don't think.
That's your career.
Yeah, I'm too old to move on to something bigger and better.
And what age did you start fishing?
Probably about 4.
Wow. And who got you into fishing?
My godfather, my
Really?
uncle, would take me Cuyamaca camping and just a lot of little trips like that we would do. And I was really good at it starting off when I was young. So crappie fishing, bluegill fishing.
Nice.
And would you say that he was your role model, or how did he get into fishing that he could pass that on to you?
I'm not sure how he got into fishing, but he was definitely a role model. I grew up, my mom was a single parent, similar to myself, being a single parent, and he was a big role model, a father figure in my life. So, he did as much as he could with me and his 3 kids, 4 now. So, yeah, it was good. We had a lot of fun growing up, camping, fishing, and he taught me a lot of the values of being on the water and being a good fisherman and etiquette.
That's wonderful. So you've done freshwater and saltwater fishing. Do you still do that today?
Yes, I grew up primarily freshwater fishing, and I think maybe about 2010 I started saltwater fishing. I always hated saltwater fishing in a sense, because to me it was always pier fishing, and it wasn't fun to sit on a pier and fish for bait.
That's probably about the worst
Yeah.
scenario of fishing is pier fishing.
Yeah, so I mean, my buddy Rodney Thompson, I call him Ace. He's the one who really got me into saltwater fishing. We met at work, and he brought me to the San Diego Anglers. That's actually how I really fell into everything that I'm
I
doing
didn't know
now.
that.
Yeah, so but saltwater fishing now is really a passion that I'm following. It's become huge to me. It's my vice. It's something that I enjoy doing. I'm primarily, in the last 5 years, I would say my fishing has been a lot of short pounding, just because it's convenient for me. I'm always busy, always on the run, and I do it about 3 to 5 times a week right now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
After work or?
After work at night, I was fishing last night, so I think I was from 6 to 11 o'clock last night. So
And how'd you do last night?
I did good. I think I had about a dozen spotties.
And an unidentified fish.
Yeah, unID'd fish. Here.
He showed me just now, and I'm like, I
A
don't
couple
know.
of little halibut. It was good.
Well, that's great. Now let's kind of switch gears and let's talk about, I know you're president of the California chapter here of CCA, but tell the listeners, what is CCA and what is your role?
So, yeah, I am the president of Coastal Conservation Association of California. We're an advocacy group that is out here protecting the rights for fishermen and mainly the saltwater angler, but a lot of what we do migrates over into freshwater and land. CCA is a national organization, and there are about 17 and 19 states that are involved.
Wow.
California being the newest, the new kid on the block. So, but we're doing a lot of big things. There's a lot of stuff happening in the state, and what we end up finding out is that a lot of the movements that are happening here in the state, they migrate into the other states throughout. And they're looking at us. We're actually being very good role models and implementing new techniques and approaches to advocating for the saltwater angler and the fisherman.
Cool. How many years now in that position?
I think I started in beginning of 2017. So
Okay.
been the president now for, I don't know, what is that, 7 years almost? So,
Wow.
yeah.
Very cool.
That's wonderful.
And then you're also very heavily involved with San Diego Anglers, too.
Yeah, so So like I said, I started there with the San Diego Angler. That's home. I eventually joined the board. I do a lot of volunteer work, a lot of support to them. I was on the board for 3 years. Started off as, I think I was selling the T-shirts, clothing, apparel. Ended up as a VP.
Nice.
They wanted me to be president, but I wasn't ready to take on that role. And got suckered in by Wayne Cotto to end up being the president of something bigger. So that was
Yes.
huge.
If it's something Wayne wants, he gets it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I've loved every bit of it, though. It's been good.
You're a
I've met
good
a lot
person
of
for
cool
all
people, a lot of great friends, and just like you guys. You know, I met you on the shore of one of the San Diego Anglers Open Bay Bass Tournament.
Years ago. That was like
Years.
the first year in business. I
That
think.
was your first year in
Yeah,
business.
that's when I was trying to get people to believe in the baits. And you believed
You-
them pretty early.
And I honestly, since that day, that's all I use. I mean, yeah. So I got other stuff, but it's just I know how to fish
Tell
your
the story
product.
of that, the first time meeting me.
So you were in a kayak, right? You
Yeah,
pulled
it
up
was
on a kayak at the shore,
Doing
just
the open bay bass.
open bait bass tournament off of Shelter Island, and I think we were pulling out the boat. No, we were pulling out the boat, and I'm looking at your bag like, damn, dude, what were you using? You know, these.
And I had them on a stringer too.
Yeah.
Because I was on a kayak in the boat division, so it's a live fish weigh-in. So I had bass on a stringer, keeping them alive.
Yeah. What were you using? Oh, I was using these. I'm like, what are those? Oh, I make them. I'm like, okay, you make those. All right, yeah. Where were you fishing? Over here. We fished there, and you had some nice. I'm like, I fished those same areas. I couldn't catch anything. But yeah, that's where we met. And I'm like, hey, you got to come over to our club and introduce yourself and show your product. I mean, it was amazing.
I think I took like third place on it.
Yeah, you did.
That year.
I think you did.
I was
Yeah.
fishing solo on a kayak.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so
I think that might have been the year we took the halibut jackpot for the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good payout.
yeah. So then ever since then
We've
brought
been-
hookup baits into your shore pounding game.
Yeah, everything. You know, I haven't learned how to use them in the wide open waters, but I watch you guys. They're very effective. No matter where you use them. So very. I don't just use them because you guys are my friends, but they're effective. They work. You can use them in any application. So. Oh yeah.
Just kind of want to circle back around. As an angler, how could an angler or how can we get involved to support you in CCA?
Yeah, so the best way to support us is to continuously join as a member. Renew your membership every year. Bring a friend. If you're fishing, if you're doing saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing, join, support us. Come out to our events. Come out to our membership drives. Join online. There's no reason that anyone that fishes is not a member. Right? It's scary the things that are happening out there right now, and legislative laws. There's a lot of bills that are being passed right under our noses, and they're not interested in hearing what we have to do. So by joining just as an entry-level member, it goes to support our cause and fund the efforts that we need to continue to look after the anglers. So it amazes me how many people I try to talk to, and I ask them if they've ever heard about us. They know nothing of who CCA is or what we're about.
They're living under a rock.
Living under a rock. They get excited. Hey, we just got the new, the fishing license. It's good for a year from date of purchase now. I'm like, that was us.
Yeah.
That was
Exactly.
us. That was our organization. So
I just realized because every year I buy for a Christmas gift JoJo and my fishing license. And I'm all like, and someone's like, oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
All the way to next year. I'm like, well, that did nothing for me because I buy it at the same time every year.
Yeah. But it's
But
good
for
for us.
the people that buy it different times of
Right.
the year.
It's good for us. It's going to bring some more revenue to the state. And we're working with the DFW, so there's a lot of good stuff that's coming around the corner. I'm not the well-versed man to talk about it. Wayne Cotto, he's phenomenal when it comes to giving information. He'll talk your ear off for 4 hours. Yeah. So, but I have learned a lot. I do understand what's happening in the state. I mean, just like I said, I came in as a basic angler and started making moves and decisions to insert myself in the industry and trying to make change.
You did a great job at that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I know when you've spoken at the San Diego Anglers meeting, as well as Wayne, I mean, it really is amazing what's going on out there that we need to be listening, we need to be supporting, because things are going to happen and it's going to affect our fishing industry if we don't
Huge.
speak up.
Yeah, and There was early on when I started advocating and supporting CCA. There was a assembly bill. I forget what the number was, but they were looking at taking away our use of lead products. And people were not aware of that.
Keep trying to do that.
Yeah, I mean, but just the amount of lead that we use in the industry, from anodes to weights,
everything.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, and people had no idea. They have no idea that we almost lost our use of live bait.
Yep.
And again, see,
Oh, yeah.
he's like, what?
I remember Wayne being on my boat a few years ago
Yeah.
and talking about that because we're out fishing and just surrounded by schools of sardine. Yeah, there's a shortage in sardine.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't come out here and look.
They make a lot of decisions in the state based off of loose
Yeah.
knowledge and science.
Yeah,
There's not a lot
it's
that
these
backs us.
people that don't want us to be mean to fish when we are actually the most nicest people in the world to
And
fish.
we're the biggest advocates to conserving our
to conserving the
our
fish
oceans,
and everything.
the
yes.
environment. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so it's kind of backwards about what the people, their knowledge of wanting to shut fishing down.
yeah.
Of-
And they're the ones releasing the Mylar balloons that we're picking up
yeah,
in the ocean.
exactly. They're at
Yeah.
Disneyland
Yeah.
letting all the balloons go that were
Right.
floating in the ocean.
I think
mean,
I
so-
picked up 8 one day, and there was still another dozen out there. I'm like, dang,
Wow.
there's too many.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Well, you also have tournaments, and
Yeah, we
those
do.
are fantastic.
you guys do.
We do a
all
lot.
kinds of
So
events.
let me look up this. The next one is the Coastal Social. That's a good one. It's May 6th, and then that'll be Coastal Social North. I think we're doing it in Long Beach, if I'm not mistaken. And Chris will probably, our assistant director, probably kick my butt if it's wrong. But I think the location is right. You can look it up at TCA, California.org. And then September will be the Coastal Social South, September 18th. So, I mean, there's absolutely no reason why any angler is not involved in supporting us. We're social media blasts, email blasts. I mean, you'll see us at all the shows. We're in person, as much events as we can.
Well, and the tournaments are first class. I mean, you guys always feed us. Wayne's got the music going. It is a great event.
It's a fun day, raffles.
Raffles. I mean,
Yeah.
you really do a great tournament.
Just getting the community together. Very important to support the community.
Yeah, those are some of the simplest ways to support us. Join as a member, participate in our events, join the tournaments, right? Buy our apparel. Anything you can do just to support us. Come volunteer with me, I mean, we got 8 chapters going in the state right now, so there's
That's
really
growing
an
fast.
excuse.
It started in San Diego, right?
It started in LA, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
LA?
I think
Okay.
when they first wanted to come out, CCA wanted to establish themselves here in the state. They came to the San Diego Anglers. I was on the board at the time, and we were a bit hesitant. I mean, there was another organization prior to CCA that that was kind of doing the same effort, and they fell apart. So as anglers, we kind of felt a little burnt, and deceived by what happened. So the San Diego Anglers were a little hesitant. We kind of backed out, and then they went to Los Angeles Rod and Reel, I believe it was, and they jumped on board, and they're like, well, if they're on board, we're on board. Let's go.
So in LA, then San Diego, now it's in 8 chapters across.
Yeah, we got
It's growing very fast.
Yeah, LA, San Diego, Inland Empire, Orange County,
Ventura.
Kern County, Ventura County, Channel Islands, Santa Barbara. I mean, it's growing.
It
Actually,
keeps on going up the coast.
LA just got split into 2 chapters because it's such a big county.
Wow.
So we got LA North and LA
So
South.
there's a CCA chapter for where you live.
For where you live.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's
No
right.
excuses. I mean, if you don't make the mindful choice to go and make a difference, we're going to lose all our abilities and rights to fish.
Well, I know,
And it's imminent.
And you and Wayne Cotto and Chris, you guys are constantly working. I mean,
We are. Yeah.
that's a full-time job almost in itself.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know what I stepped into, but I made the commitment, and I'm here, and I'm going to see it through.
Well, we couldn't be here without the 3 of you. I mean, you
Yeah,
really
thank you.
keep us informed and let us know when we need to be showing up or when we need to vote. But more importantly, educate us on what's
Education.
happening. It's not just a vote, educating us on why this is important. And I think that's so important.
Yeah, it's huge. The knowledge to make the right decisions and not just say, shrug it off and pretend like somebody else will take care of it. No, it's our responsibility.
Yes, for sure.
It's our
For
responsibility.
sure.
So.
We got to keep it going.
And you've got this beautiful calendar that just came out, and
Yeah, that's our
I
Bill
noticed
Varney.
we've got a guest here. So why don't you tell us about this calendar, where people can get it?
So this is our Bill Varney. He does this for us every year. It's our Bill Varney calendar. Who's that guy?
Who's that
Guapo right
who's that
there. Look
ugly
at
guy.
He's
Sign.
somebody's flavor. I don't know.
Ruined the calendar.
But yeah, this is Bill Varney puts it together for us. Does it every year. Great photos, great pictures.
Amazing.
Gives you tide swings, tide charts, right? Moon phasing. It's
It's
everything
super
except
handy
barometric
calendar.
pressure. And, but it's a super awesome calendar. There's a lot of tips and techniques.
Lot of
knowledge.
local sponsors.
Here's an important thing. It comes with an envelope so you can join CCA.
Oh,
That's great.
So
there it is.
again, no excuses, right?
Yep.
Come on, guys, jump on board.
And who took that photo of you, sweetheart?
Bill Boyce. took
That's
that
right.
photo.
Bill Boyce, our good friend Bill Boyce. Yeah, I mean, there's some amazing photos in here.
Well,
I
great
always look forward to
information.
that. Right, and again, you buy this calendar, it goes to support CCA, right? A good
And your
proceeds of
membership
this.
card is included.
And the membership card. So it's good for a year from the date of purchase. So, a lot of our events that we do are based around membership, of course, because that's what drives our efforts is membership signups. This year, our membership went up a bit, but I believe it went up to $40.
Okay.
And anything over that 40, that is, we got different levels of membership entry. It was 40 prior. It was 35, 50, 75, all the way up to a lifetime membership at $1,000. But anything over the entry level membership actually stays in our state. So, if you can afford to do a $50 buy-in as a membership, please do. That stays in our state. It goes to support our cause.
Yeah.
Stays local, and we always have an incentive that when you sign up, there's always something. So.
Yeah.
This year we're doing the goodie bags for the Bart Hall show. We have calendars. There's always something. So,
Will you be at the different shows, the Bart Hall,
Yeah,
the
what are all
Pacific?
the shows you're going to be at this year?
Oh, geez. All right, let me open the. So besides our tournaments and other events, we have the Bart Hall show January 20th through the 22nd. The boat show, Bart Hall Boat Show. The ISE show January 19th through the 22nd. The Bart Hall show Del Mar is February 16th through the 19th, and then PCS show March 2nd through the 5th. Day at the Docks. I'm so happy. That's
I know.
back.
I'm so
That's
glad
so
it's back.
fun. Yeah.
Yes.
That's March 2nd. I'm sorry, March 19th, and then March 29th through April 2nd is the Bart Hall show Long Beach.
So you're not going to be home for a while.
No.
Are you going to all of them?
I try to make most all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as president for San Diego, and I consider it to be a leadership position, of course, but I go and make sure that I support the other chapters, and show presence. I show up as a volunteer. I mean, they need me to go move boxes and go man a station. That's what I'm doing.
Teamwork is dream work.
So yeah, it takes, like they say, it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you
yes.
go.
It takes a community here. So.
So they can buy calendar and sign up.
Yeah.
They can come to the show and sign up and get a little prize for signing up as well. So there's lots of ways to sign up, or you can even go online.
Or you can go online. Yeah.
So there's no excuse.
There isn't. I mean, we do tournaments. We do local events. We host charters, new members charters. April 15th, we're having a clay shooting tournament here in San Diego over at Lemon Grove Rod and Gun. So that'll be fun.
You did that last year, didn't you?
Well, we had it planned, but we got rained out. So we moved
okay.
it to this
Okay.
April. Yeah.
Yeah. I love all the events. I mean,
I mean-
we've had where you guys just had the barbecues.
Well, we missed the
get-togethers.
country western one. I wanted to go
know.
to that one.
Yeah,
that
that
would
that
sound
was
like
in
a
our-
good
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So there's always something fun going on. I mean,
Yeah.
our
I love that.
our San Diego event, you guys were there last year. I think I got some video of you two dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go to the other one.
Definitely
the
shredding
western one.
it. So we typically hold that at about the same time every year. That'll be Oops, I lost the picture.
And
there.
at that last one we went to, I didn't know what a great dancer Wayne Cotto is. Let's
He
give
was-
him a
he
little
was
tag
shredding
there.
it, yeah.
Me and him had a little bit to drink, and we started getting down.
He doesn't have the cheap drinks, so
Yeah, so he's quite the dancer. I was very
Yeah,
impressed.
I have that on video too. I'm sure he was sore the next day though. But
That's good times.
June 17th is our San Diego chapter fundraiser. It's the Apps and Taps event.
Yep.
Come
Yeah,
out, have
that
some
was a fun
beers,
one.
come
Make
out
sure
and
you
have
get
some
that
good
one.
food.
Yeah.
Portuguese
come out
Hall
to
again?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I think we're doing a $75 ticket, which includes a 1-year membership, entry to the event.
And that's one thing, like, I remember when your tournaments, if you enter a tournament, you get 1-year membership. Your events, you get 1 year. So a lot of times just going to an event, it includes a 1-year membership.
Yeah, that's there. In no matter what fashion that you support us, like I said, volunteer, join the fundraisers, join the tournaments, you're gonna get a membership most always.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great deal there.
So yeah, that $75 buy-in is all you can eat and drink.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't
and
beat it,
also
and a
we
good time.
support you with
Yeah.
some raffle prizes, and so there's lots of great raffle
I
prizes.
think we had about between $10,000 and $15,000.
Oh,
of raffle
absolutely. I mean, the
tickets.
table was full of
raffle
great
prizes,
stuff.
I should say. Yeah,
And
great
the
stuff.
awards that was given out to the different people in the industry, that was very
Yeah,
interesting and
acknowledging,
very
yes.
Yeah, we did the Anthony Shea Award
Yes.
last year, honoring Bob Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
So this year it's going to be.
Don't,
I believe
don't
we're
let the
going to
cat
do it
out of the
again.
bag.
Oh well, I mean it's going to be a very big name in the industry. And,
Okay. Wayne Cotto.
no, he hasn't earned it yet, but keep trying.
Wayne, I hope you're watching.
But no, it's going to be fun. We're expecting a big crowd. I'm hoping.
Well, you've got a
that-
band, you've got raffle.
The
I
live
mean, it's
band
just
was good,
the
too.
Live
food
band
was
good.
fantastic.
We're going to have them again.
Okay.
It's called Old Guys Roll. So
Oh,
that's the band. We're going to have them again this
Old
year.
guys do roll.
Yeah.
You guys are not old, please. One question I have for you is, with all of this passion and industry experience, if you had to give some advice to a young angler, what would you tell those young anglers today? Because they are our future.
Yeah, put me on the spot on that one. I would have to say respect your environment, protect it, and potentially, I mean, I'm going to be real here, they may be the last generation to enjoy a lot of the liberties that we grew up with. So don't be silent, make the move, and protect your rights.
Very well
At
said.
whatever cost, I mean, I shouldn't say whatever cost, but at the proper cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anything you want to add to that,
Get
sweetheart?
out there and fish.
And
Get off
fish,
your
yeah.
phones and fish.
Exactly.
We went to Monster Jam last night, and I sat next to a 13-year-old boy that played a video game on his phone. Why my monster trucks are jumping
Look
and stuff.
forward to that every year as a kid.
I was
man.
just like blown away. I'm like,
And the dad
he'd
was on the
rather-
phone
Yeah, his
the whole
dad was
time.
on the phone next to him.
So neither of them
I'm
were
like,
watching
why,
Monster.
Why go?
Why do you even come?
Yeah, why go?
I mean, a kid rather play a video game on his phone than watch monster trucks jump and do
Oh,
their
so
stuff.
cool.
I was
That's
just
rad.
like, that's the society nowadays. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's. I mean,
So if he's rather play on his phone than watch Monster Truck, you know he's gonna play on his phone instead of go fishing.
they'll play a fishing game on the phone instead of going.
I mean,
But-
you got to get your kids out there
Yeah.
and fish.
Shut it off
Or
and
just any
get
kid you
out.
can know that might want to do it. Get them out there and
Get
fish.
them out there.
Because they've got too many of them that are just stuck on their phones.
And I'm
nowadays.
always willing to help anybody out. I mean, especially as kids. I mean, don't be scared to ask questions if you're out there and you see somebody else fishing.
Yeah.
Ask advice. I still do. Ask.
Well, you're still a kid.
At heart, I still act like one.
Well, and I think you both are great at, if you're on the shore or you see a young kid, both of you are so great at sharing, hey, I've got a couple of hookup baits.
Yeah.
Hey, have you
Always
caught any
giving my
fish?
stuff
And giving
away.
them praise if they've caught a fish, or helping them learn how to fish the hookup baits. I mean, I
Yeah.
think both of you are so great at that of, getting them excited. And then once you get
Anyone
them excited, that's
an
it.
ambassador of the sport should be doing that.
Yes, absolutely.
And hookup baits is the easiest thing in the world to do that with.
Elevate.
You give a kid a hookup bait, and he's going to catch a fish. That's his best chance of catching a fish is by giving him a hookup bait.
That's how I met Ty Weiss. Was out fishing on the pier, and he had his two kids, and I think I came out and I first cast and I hooked up and he was like, "Where are you?" Invited him to the club and the fishing club, and
I didn't know
he ended
that.
up becoming the president of
Yes,
San
he
Diego
is.
Anglers his last two
That's
terms.
kind of a tie. He was with Tim first, trout fishing with his
Yeah.
kids. Got introduced to it. Then he went to the pier and got introduced to it again. So he was getting bombarded with hookup baits. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I have no choice to fish but to fish hookup baits.
Yeah, but I'm always out there. I met a couple guys the night before last when I was out there fishing, young men, and their gear was not the best. I think he had an old Penn Jig Master, and I'm like, it's all right, man. You're out here. And like,
That's all that matters. Get out there.
I showed him how to tie a few knots, rig a few things, and he caught a few a spotty. So
Nice.
Wonderful.
Okay.
yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk about some hookup bait stories. So stay with us, and we'll be right back with David Chavez. Thanks.
Sanchez.
Hi, this is JoJo with the Hookup Baits Podcast, and we are back with David Chavez, a.k.a. Sanchez.
I can't get over that.
Let me tell the story of how that
Let's
came
talk about, first of all, how did he get the nickname Sanchez?
It was at the
It's Chad's fault.
Yeah, San Diego Anglers meeting probably 3 years ago.
Maybe.
Yeah,
4, yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. And he comes in and I'm like, oh, hey, David Sanchez, what's up, bud? And he's like,
Well, no, hold on. You're looking at the details.
and there's people around, and
You guys were eating.
Yeah.
You were having drinks with, who was it? I forget who you were having drinks with and meal. And I was leaving the bar, going into the meeting and saying hi to you guys, and you introduced me. It was Ben Seacrest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And oh, this is Dave Sanchez.
Yeah.
And I was like, Chavez. No,
No, it's Sanchez now.
Now it's Ben Sanchez.
It was a mistake
So
where I covered it up with, no, it's Sanchez. I'm changing it to Sanchez. And
That was the
I
inside
kept
thing.
with Sanchez. And now,
Everybody.
how many people call me Sanchez?
I don't know, man. I just shake my head. I'm like, they don't even know. But now you
And
know.
People,
So there you
people
go.
don't even know you. I love that when Frank's friends from up north came
Yeah.
down. And they're like, oh, hey, Sanchez.
Yeah, what's up? I just embrace the suck, right?
A legend, yes. That is funny.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Embrace the suck, whatever. Roll with it.
So,
I need a team shirt that says Sanchez.
you know what? I was thinking about that when we do the team shirts. I
It's
thought,
Chavez and then in parentheses,
No,
Sanchez.
Chavez crossed out.
let me mark that down. Team shirt. So, how did you hear about hookup baits, or how did you even start with that?
Well, like we discussed a little earlier,
Yeah,
I met him on
or
the Bay, the Open Bay Bass tournament. But we really got our friendship really flourished when you guys started coming to the club, and
Yeah.
we let you guys set up tables and display your products and
And that's
doing
you're
little
going to the
seminars.
San Diego Anglers Club. If you got a fishing club by you, go to the club. You meet great friends.
Great friends, great people.
It's a great
right.
place to meet
contacts,
people that do and love the same thing that you do and love.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
fishing
even if you
clubs.
have a little spark of a passion, they'll ignite it.
Yeah,
Yeah, a club will ignite it, give you the resources you're looking for.
exactly.
And there's so many outlets in the club. It's phenomenal that the San Diego Anglers have been around 20, almost 30 years, and they do about 16 charters, private for club members only. Limited loads, discounted rates.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I say. I mean, I always tell people, join a fishing club.
Yeah, plus
Meet
the
people.
tournaments. Yeah,
You got tournaments. You got charters.
Right,
You
yeah.
got guest speakers that come in. I mean,
phenomenal guest speakers.
and they're usually not too expensive to join.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean, I've met a lot of great people.
a lot of CCA people come in and speak at these
Right.
clubs too.
Yeah,
So.
and I do the social media for them and a lot of posts, and I try to record videos when I go. And I mean, I've met people from all over that say, "Hey, I saw your video when you came to the club and want some information." And that's how I made friends with Kobe Uba from Bullbuster. You know, he was in Florida, saw one of our videos that we posted on Facebook, and he came out and, you know, brought his business out here. It was another great connection and supporter for all of our organizations and events and clubs. So,
Well, and also, I didn't realize among the many things that you do, I did not realize until the San Diego English Christmas party that you are also Santa's elf. I noticed that in his costume there for the Christmas party.
I was prancing around with my elf ears. I'll admit it. The kids enjoyed it.
Yes,
so.
yes, that was a great time. That
I'll
really
act the fool and, you know, tuck my pride a little bit so that the kids can have a good time.
Yeah.
So fishing the hookup baits, is there a favorite color and size or favorite colors, kind of your go-to colors?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Everybody has a favorite.
Everybody has a favorite for sure. But my arsenal is all quarter ounce.
Yeah.
It's,
counting, that's what it should be.
I go through a pack, probably a couple weeks. So I usually do a big purchase and it'll last me a couple months. But quarter ounce, black and gold, the chovy, the sardine. The sardine hits well on the South Bays. So, I mean, I was shredding them last night. About 12 or 15 fish in maybe a couple hours just from shore. So I was okay with that. You know, it's like, but people are sitting out there for hours, and I come by and it's toop, toop, toop. I fish an ultralight. I mean, it's an FS fishing syndicate rod with a little 1,000 size reel, 15-pound braid, and a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader.
That's a perfect setup.
Perfect setup. I mean, it's ultra sensitive, very delicate, fun, and I mean, you get these little 12-inch spotties that fight like 5-pound bass, and it's fun.
And you can go to any bay in California and do
bay,
that.
yeah.
That's a great setup. What has been your biggest PB on the hookup baits?
Probably a 48-inch halibut off the pier.
Wow.
That's nice.
Off the pier.
Off the pier. So
on that little setup?
On the double rig, the split rig on the the white, all white.
Nice. Oh, the white replacement body?
Yep, 20-pound test leaders. 20 pound.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you must have been quite the celebrity there that day.
It was very common there, actually, to catch some big halibut. I got some great pictures. Unfortunate for me, I don't know why I can't post. It's just I take pictures, but I don't like to post them.
It's for your self-amusement.
Yeah, for my self-amusement. The other thing is I'm always busy, and when you create content, you put it out there, there's going to be reactions and responses, and it takes a lot of time for me to stop and respond to people.
Yes.
So
tell me about it.
I mean, most of the time I'm driving from one location to another, so I'm like,
Right.
I don't have the Tesla where I can drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one. I mean, I got a lot of great PBs there, but I'd have to say that one was a good one.
That's a great one.
Unfortunately they closed that pier on base. I was fishing there every day, 5-6 times a week, after work.
I fished by there last week, and I was like, I never fished there because there's always people fishing there. And I went by there last week, and I'm like, no wonder why Sanchez always caught fish off this pier.
Oh yeah, man! The Manila Mafia was out there with 40 rods. It was, but I would fish in between them and
fish,
bait and wait with.
But there's good fishing around that pier.
They eventually got used to me, and they liked me. But I mean, they're fishing with smelt and drop shot rigs, and I would just come in around and pick up all the halibut. With that,
you don't need to waste your time catching live smelt. Just throw a hookup bait.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know you've had an opportunity. We so love when you're on the hookup baits boat, but what would you say has been a fond story or a fun time on the hookup baits boat?
Definitely, there was this one event. It was actually my birthday, and Frank calls me. He says, "Hey, you want to come fishing?" I don't know if it was planned out that way. I don't think so, but it happened to go out fishing on the boat with Chad and Frank, and that was a fun day, phenomenal, good time. Anytime on your guys' boat it's going to be a blast.
Always
you're
a good
looking
time
for
on the hub boat.
PBs in size, PBs in limits. That's a spot.
PBs and laughs.
Yeah. At that time too, I was repping. I was the West Coast representative for carrot
sticks.
Yeah. See, that's just one of those stories that just happens being out there. Let me just touch on that real quick. I was working the Fred Hall shows at that time when it was Fred Hall, and I was at the San Diego English booth, just trying to sell memberships, get people to jump in on the raffle. Carrot Sticks was across from us, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm watching these guys. I'm like, I don't know where you came from, but you have no sales skills. You have no pitch. You have no, like. Dude.
And they had orange rods.
And they had orange rods. So
I was going to buy an orange rod.
I go over there. I'm like, what are these things, right? They're like, oh, carrot sticks. They told me all about it. I'm like, I did some research while I was sitting there throughout the shows. I go, all right, I understand what your product is. I go over there, and I think I was there for like half an hour talking with them, and picked up a rod, and I started selling them.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I started selling them, and I probably sold 10 rods, 15 rods just in half hour or something. The guy looks at me, he's like, man, you're good. I'm like, it's hustle, man. Just get it out there, right? And that's how we made the relationship with him. He great guy, man, Jimmy. And then he unfortunately passed away the last day of the docks that we had. It's been like 3 years or something. Wow. So, yeah, he gave me whatever I wanted. Gave me the West Coast, all the product I needed. And I did it for free. I mean, I could have got paid to do it, but I took product and I would donate that to our events. Donate it to the kids raffles, donate it to our peer fishing events. So if you see a lot of orange rods out there, that's probably where they came from. So, yeah. And then, so back to the story on the Hookup Baits boat is, you guys are always giving me, heck over the orange sticks.
Yeah.
So we have a big question for you. Who do you think between Frank and Ronnie catch more fish?
Wow, that's a good one. I got a picture in here somewhere when we were on the boat, and I about saw Frank cry after losing one.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's every trip.
Yeah, that's every trip. But I'll have to share that picture with you guys later. I made a little meme out of it.
I think there's more memes about Frank than there is with anybody.
I'm gonna
what is the don't mess with Frank or messing with Frank?
Oh,
the
hashtag messing with Frank.
Yeah.
Messing with Frank.
He's such a great sport. But so the question is, who do you think catches more fish, Ronnie or Frank?
I'm gonna say Frank.
Ah.
Ronnie plays the part well.
Ronnie just beat him on Friday.
Hey, I'm gonna put him on blast real quick though. Yeah. Using those grubs.
The gulps. Yeah.
You said it. I thought it.
Yeah, you're always giving Ronnie a hard time about using gulps.
When the pier was open on base, I work on North Island. I mean, that was the fishiest pier I've ever been on.
Yeah.
Everything from, I seen a 60-pound black sea bass. Unfortunately, the sailor didn't know what he was doing. He pulled it out the water. Look at this, what I caught. I'm like, what do you think it is? He's like, a grouper. I'm like, no.
It's coming. It's dinner. That's like, what it is.
Yeah. Like, if you posted any of it, take it down, man. Don't. But, I mean, yes, 80-pound. I saw a guy fighting an 80-pound stingray, bat ray. We took it out. We actually got it out the water.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's huge.
It was huge.
Yeah. Ronnie said he caught big sharks there.
Yeah, sharks. Every species that's in our local water I've caught there.
Yeah.
So it was, unfortunately they closed. It's old, dilapidated. I would like to see it be repaired. And it was the only place that sailors and veterans could fish.
I seen some guys fishing up rocks off of Coronado yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can make a movement to speak with somebody, and I'd like to see that renovated.
Well, do you think that maybe Ronnie doesn't catch as many fish? Because when I'm not on the boat, I do hear stories where every time Frank catches a fish, Ronnie's right there with his video and taking pictures.
Well, every time Frank gets snagged or catches a small fish, Ronnie catches it on video. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's not catching fish.
He's too busy videoing Frank.
He can get some lobsters, though.
You have been a member of our Hookup Baits family since the day we've met you.
I think so, yeah, I believe that.
And we so appreciate everything you've done. And
as we appreciate you.
You were phenomenal in helping us with our Hookup Baits tournaments. We've had 2. We hope to bring that back this year.
I'm looking forward to
2023.
So much fun.
But how does that feel to be a part of this family and having to have a little bit tough skin sometimes because of the boys and
yeah, I mean that's what's family if you don't give them a hard time.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that means if we don't make fun of you, that means we don't like you.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's been phenomenal to watch you guys and this business just flourish and grow. It's kind of watching from the sidelines. I'm not actively involved with you guys like that, but definitely big supporters of you guys. Always been down to promote and support you guys no matter what. Just give me a call. I'll make sure
Well, if
we
he can
get to
sell
volunteer.
an orange rod,
An orange rod.
I'm thinking he could sell a hookup baits. We
Yeah.
got a new salesperson.
Yeah, I definitely know how to push product.
Last question with your industry experience. I mean, you obviously deal with a lot of different companies in the fishing industry and that support you. If you had to say where you thought Hookup Baits would be in the next 3 to 5, 7 years from now, where do you see us?
I've thought about that. I don't think, just my personal opinion from what I see, I don't think you'd ever sell. But definitely growing bigger. I was like, I'd like to see you guys in more states, expanding. I know we're, your local boy, and this is, again, I like to support small business. I especially like to support local. There's so many great companies that I've been involved with and that I'm around, but they're huge. They're well established, and I appreciate their support and their contributions. But my heart will always be local. I'm a San Diego boy, born and bred. So I'm going to support the local always first. You go out there and you look at the stickers on my truck, and for the most part, most of them are small businesses that I'm supporting. I want to see everybody flourish and follow their passions. So if I can help ignite that and elevate them, that's what I'm going to do. I got resources, I have connections, and what does it take to make a call or send an email and hopefully start something new for somebody? So,
Yeah, for sure.
So, and I'm not going to say what I'm doing on my part personally, but I've come to realize that I've helped a lot of people, but it's time to help myself. So I'm working on something personal myself.
Oh.
I'm hoping to unveil this year at some point.
Okay, so you want to come back for another podcast
Oh, maybe,
and
yeah.
talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Promote your new thing.
I'm
Yeah.
going to make a note of that.
So it's still in the works. It's like I was standing out here looking at you guys' stuff and your layout. Again, from being in your garage, watching it at
Basement.
the basement
To the garage.
to the garage, yes,
To here.
yeah, to
And then
here.
we're making another move this year.
Yes. So again, I've watched you guys expand. I'm like, and I know it takes work, it takes team, but it's not going to happen right away. But I'm definitely making moves, and it's.
Oh, you're not busy enough?
No, I know, right? Yeah. That I want to sit there in my garage and fidget with stuff, and no, I'm not busy enough exactly. So.
Well, we sure appreciate you. Sure appreciate all that you do, and be sure that you pick up a CCA calendar. There's membership card in there. You can also do it online or come to any of the activities.
Be a volunteer.
Come to the
Reach
San
out
Diego
to me.
Anglers.
Come to the San Diego Anglers. Find me on social media. Find us on Facebook, Instagram. We're out there. There's connections are there if you really want to make one. Come be a part of my team for the San Diego chapter of CCA. At the very least, the commitment is maybe 2 to 4 hours a month.
And you have monthly meetings, so talk about that just real
Yeah,
quick.
we have a monthly meeting. The second Tuesday of every month at the San Diego Morning Club from 7 to 9 p.m. So just down the street from where the San Diego Anglers meet. So every second Tuesday of the month. Just show up. Everybody's invited. Come ask questions. Come get some information. See what we're talking about. So it is kind of a board meeting, but we have nothing to hide. So come see what we're talking about. Come get involved. So volunteer base is always there.
Very, very important.
I have a sleepers list, is what I call it. An email chain where it's just volunteers. They don't pop up until there's an event they really want to be a part of, and that's fine. And
you have great volunteers.
Yeah. Please come get on that list, and when you find something you like, just pop your head up and say, I want to be on that. I want to be a part of that. Come work the Fred Hall shows a couple hours. Get in for free. Go walk the event. That itself is a big plus.
That's true.
Good.
Yeah.
And for a great cause.
That's
We
absolutely right.
need CCA.
A very important cause.
Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely true right there. We need CCA.
Yes.
So
Very important.
I'm not going to dive into it deeply, but go do some research on the 30 by 30 initiative that's happening in our state. Go to our website, and it's on our social media. There's always a link. Do a little research, read up, and you're going to be astonished at what's coming our way.
What is the website?
You can go to ccacalifornia.org. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And any final words of wisdom for Mr. Sanchez here?
Look, I came representing today.
You need to know Hookup Baits.
I do. I I have from your first generation
That
prototypes
is. I think that is.
all the way
our
up to
first
your
ones.
most recent.
It's
So
actually doing pretty good, though.
there's no lie that I've been following you guys since the beginning.
I know you have.
Well, thank you again, and we will have you back shortly to talk
Yeah.
more about what you've got going and talk about the new things that you've got
Yeah.
setting up. CCA.
update. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. You can find me on Facebook under David Chavez. It is restricted, but if we have some friends, common friends, which I got we should.
Okay.
You can.
So
friend
when are you
request
going
me
to
there.
change your Facebook to David Sanchez?
Hey, you know, I might do that in honor of you. When you lose the tournament hard, I'm in honor of. Be like last place. Oh yeah.
Last place. When did that ever happen?
Never.
Well, we'll end that on that note.
Yeah.
Thank you again. No, go ahead.
One last thing. You can also find me on IG at D_DOGG1904.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect.
always information out there.
Well, thank you again. We so appreciate your friendship and all that you do for us,
No, thank you
and
guys.
and all that you have done for CCA. We're huge supporters of them.
We appreciate that. You guys never fail to jump when we ask.
Well,
you know,
we're
for
always
support.
here,
Yeah,
so
thank
don't
you.
hesitate to call us.
Yeah. Just looking for you guys to come up and make the move.
That's
Support
right.
us.
Thank you again,
thank you.
and
Thanks, brother.
appreciate the time.
Excellent.